And next is going to be an original that was written by Dave Grenier. It's called "Don't Look Into the Deadlight."
and gentlemen, welcome back to CXLR Television's coverage of Homegrown Talent Night 91. I'm here with Gary, who is the drummer for Heavy Cutting. How you doing, Gary?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks, Mike.
How did you feel up there? That was a pretty electrifying performance.
Yeah, I rather liked it. It was pretty good, powerful.
Tell me this, do you get tired after all that drumming?
Yeah, a little bit, especially after my stool. It kind of fell off the back of the stage, but I recovered. It was all right.
Certainly hope you have your Men in Speed stick on tonight.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Working overtime. But let's get back to Jeff Hodgson because we're ready for some more band action. Thanks a lot, Gary.
Hey! That was Heavy Cutting with Don't Look Into the Deadlights. Getting a good reaction here from Mr. T-Bone. I have played it before. I don't play it all that often. Yeah, probably the first time you've seen it. Featuring lead vocals by Mr. Eric Litwiller and drums by Gary Molinar, who's a very nice gentleman that I met one night at the Boathouse when we went to see Max the Axe play live. Killer drummer back in those days. And I think Gary is the one who uploaded that footage to YouTube initially. So thank you for that. Great tune. Great tune. We have a special show for you tonight. It is Friday, March the 18th. Yeah, that was Meat on vocals. I don't think he can hit that high note anymore, but I don't know. Maybe he can. That was a hell of a note at the end. Friday, March the 18th, episode of the LeBrain Train. We're calling this one Snow and Tell because we're having on Mr. Jon Snow, and we're going to be doing some show and tell. Rock collectibles, music collectibles, that's the gist. What you see around me, we are going to be taking apart. We are going to be taking things down off the walls. I have a number of McFarlane action figures. I don't think we need to see the reaction figures necessarily again because we've seen those a number of times, but I might show off some newer ones. I've got 2 boxes of miscellaneous rock stuff up there in that closet. And I have this whole bookshelf thing here. The top's going to have some neat stuff in it, and there's some tour programs and magazines in the bottom. So yeah, it is spelled Jerry, but it is pronounced Gary. And yes, he could hit that note if he stepped on a tack, maybe. So that's what I kind of have lined up for tonight. A lot of my rock collectibles are in storage right now. I know I have some Beatles figures. I have like a full-size, I believe it's a Derek Smalls from Spinal Tap figure. I have my Vince Neil guitar, and that has rusted. It rusted in storage, but I bought a new, well, I guess you could say rock collectible in a way. I bought a bass. I bought an acoustic bass, and it used to belong to Don Simmons of Helix. So I'm looking forward this summer to playing some acoustic bass on the porch. I'm sure you will see it on the show, although you might not hear me attempt to play it on the show. I think that's probably left undone. But I will have a new bass this summer, and it will be something that was previously owned by the late Don Simmons of Helix. So that's kind of cool. My name is Chris, but it's pronounced John. Do you remember Dennis Leary? I think it might have been Dennis Leary in his stand-up comedy made fun of Sade. And he's like, "Hey, my name is spelled Sade, but I'm going to pronounce it or something like that," you know. But yeah, I get it. Gary Molinar. I know it doesn't look like it should be spelled that way, but that's how it's pronounced, and that's what we call him. He's Gary, and he was a hell of a drummer back on that track. Well, folks, before we get started, I am going to bring on my co-host this evening, Mr. Jon T. Snow. Please welcome him to the show. Hello, John.
Hello, how's it going?
Great. How about you?
You know, not too bad. We got a storm rolling in, so hopefully we don't lose power or anything. But
what kind of storm?
Thunderstorm. Right now, the wind has been just insane, but a lot of rain coming. It's not supposed to be here for a little while, but the wind's really picked up. So
wind has picked up. Well, we have nice weather for the last 2 days. Snow is starting to melt, and I've been out of the house exactly as I'm dressed right now. So I'm not complaining at all about the weather, but I hope the power does not go out mid-show.
Yeah, I doubt it will, but we will just in case. Just warning you, just in case.
Okay. Fair enough. So I know you have some collectibles you'll be showing off tonight.
I have a few.
And Harrison will be joining us as well for apparently the whole show. I didn't realize that until today, but he's already up, so he may as well join us. So I don't know, like I have a modest collection of things here, but I hopefully entertaining enough. I mean, I've got guitar picks. I've got all kinds of magazines and stuff.
Yeah, I've got tons of autographs and tour books and T-shirts and ticket stubs, and we can go on. I mean, a lot of different things.
Okay. So. I know I have some ticket stubs, but most of them I file in with the CDs themselves, right? From the tour that I saw the show. I sometimes replace the inner tray of a CD to put in a clear tray so that you can see the ticket stubs through the. In fact, I don't know if you caught. You probably didn't watch the whole thing anyway, but a couple of weeks ago I did with Tim from Tim's Vinyl Collection. Confessions. Yes, the Helix. My copy of, I believe it was the Power of Rock and Roll CD, I put in the inner tray my ticket stub from the CD release party that night.
Yep. No, that was a good show. I enjoyed that.
Oh, cool. You did see it.
I didn't realize they had so much stuff.
Well, the whole point, they're trying to keep product going so that they can remain a viable business as a band, and it makes total sense.
Yeah, and I went and listened to a couple of the early albums on iTunes or Apple Music after the show. So
right on.
It was good.
You know what? I might write something geared towards you, somebody who's not really familiar with Helix but likes the sound of it, and I might write a post geared towards the Helix novice. How's that sound?
No, that sounds good.
All right.
I liked those. The two albums I heard were their first two with a major label.
Probably Walking the Razor's Edge and No Rest for the Wicked then.
Yeah, they were really good. I don't know how I never listened to them before.
No Rest for the Wicked is really good.
Yeah.
But let's get started, shall we? This is the Friday, March the 18th episode of the Little Brain Train, Snow and Tell. Welcome to the show, folks.
Ticket to anywhere and a glazed donut to go. The Brain Train. The Brain Train. All aboard.
Greetings, Harrison. How are you? Hello, I am William Shatner, and I am Leonard Nimoy, and we are the first collectibles to be seen this evening. Oh, yes, I know you've seen us on the show before. Mike used to show us off back in the early days. And yes, I realize you can see his lips moving as we talk.
but technically, these guys count. Just yesterday, I was listening to their albums. I'm curious if either of you have ever heard the music of William Shatner or Leonard Nimoy.
I've heard one song of William Shatner.
Which one?
I don't know. It was a metal song.
Okay, so you've heard one of his later albums, which is totally fine. I was listening to... I love this guy. Thank you, Ralph. We're going to have you on in April, buddy. I was listening to his earlier music in the 60s. He did Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. You know that song, It Was a Very Good Year? When I was 17, it was a very good year. He did... God, there were so many. And on Leonard Nimoy's album, he did a song called The Ballad of Bilbo Baggins, which is absolutely delightful as far as I'm concerned. And he does appear on his album cover as Mr. Spock as well. So I am counting these guys as my first collectibles of the evening. Hello, Harrison. I just wanted to say hi to Harrison. Mr. Tambourine Man. That's right. Shatner did Mr. Tambourine Man. Oh my God. You have to hear it. You have to hear it. And yeah, I think he did Rocket Man on one of his more recent albums. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Well, thanks. The only Trek music I've heard is Brent Spiner doing Blue Skies, which I imagine is notably superior to anything you've mentioned.
It's very good. He has his own album out called Old Yellow Eyes is back. There's a lot of Star Trek albums. Yeah. And Mr. Jon Snow joining us this evening. Do you want to show us something next?
Yeah. Since Rob, I see he's there.
Yeah.
I want to do an unboxing.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
The tape is really on here really hard. I put so much this in there.
Oh, Rob loves it when he loves seeing the bubble wrap and
take the time to individually pop the bubble wraps.
Oh, should we do that?
No, let's not torment the man. He's going to be on next week. Unfortunately, I just received a message that Michael Morwood will not be able to make it for the April 1st show. So at the moment, and Marco had to drop out. So at the moment, it's just me and Chris Thuss. Anyway, the Ace Frehley cassette box set.
First time on cassette, his first 5 albums with the label he is on. Not his first 5 albums, but his only 5 albums with this label. So yes, I haven't opened it yet. There's a rattling in there, so I'm hoping the cassettes aren't broken.
That's normal.
I think it's the picks.
Oh, there's picks in there too.
There's some picks in there. I haven't opened it at all yet. So
cool.
Maybe by the end we'll open it up and show what a cassette looks like for those people that don't know.
Right. Yeah, I've got this one here that just came recently, and I don't know why I'm keeping it sealed. I mean, it doesn't matter, does it?
I just got one for like Need to Breathe. They put one of their albums on cassette and then never been, so I bought it. It's sealed. It's never going to get opened. It's just so I have everyone in the I have a CD, I have a vinyl, and I have a cassette now. So, but that's my first little item.
There's an Ace Frehley reference for you there. That's cool, John. The guitar picks would count as a collectible.
Yes. Well, actually, that is sort of a collectible. It's not going to get played.
Right. Same as this, right? Like, why would I want to listen to this when I can just listen to that? You know?
Exactly.
Although, I think maybe not tonight, but I think I will open it on the show one time just so we can take a look at the insides. Remember unfolding a cassette J card? It was fun, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
until the CD came out, and then the CD was more fun. Yeah.
But, I used to enjoy those J cards, and some of them were crazy. Like the Motley Crue one for Decade of Decadence, just like it unfolded into like a 9-panel thing, or some of those were huge. And there's our buddy Kevin. Anyway, do you want to show us a collectible now?
Oh, an actual collectible?
Yeah, why not? I've already shown off Kirk and Spock.
Where do we want to start?
Okay, I'll start.
No, but I mean, like, do we have a category we want to go into, or
no? Because I'm just kind of. I'm going to be making my way around this room and grabbing things off walls. So that's my method to my madness here.
So, okay. Well, then I'm going to start with something that's my brother got for me. He was in an airport in Atlanta and saw these two giant guys walking down the gateway. Ran up to him and stopped him and said, "Hey, can I have your autograph? My brother is a huge fan," or whatever. And it's Gene and Paul's autograph.
Nice.
So it's just on a regular sheet of paper. And I checked the Gene Simmons signature and it matches the vault. So it's the same. It's a legitimate signature.
Nice.
And I keep this in my Paul Stanley solo album and stuff, which I have all 4 posters for all the solo albums. So that's kind of a collectible too, but I don't pull those out.
That's
they
fine.
Stay folded. But that'll be my first one. I have a ton of autographs. We can go through a bunch, or we can just do one at a time. So.
I don't know. I'm the host. I should really have more control over this. Sure. Let's see. Let's see some more.
All right. This one is actually my daughter's.
Ooh.
It's an autograph copy from Matt Nathanson.
That's
cool. And
cool.
there's the tickets from the show. She keeps this in her room. She's in college, so I broke into her room and got it. We met him. He opened for Kelly Clarkson at the Fox Theater in Atlanta, and Ryan had just worked with him. So Ryan contacted Matt's people, and we got free tickets to the show. And then at the end, I brought this with me, and at the end, we actually got to meet him.
Let's see it again.
And
there we go.
He said, "Peyton is awesome."
Oh.
But what was cool about it is when we got up to him, he shook my hand. Then he got down on one knee and eye to eye with her, because she was, I don't know, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in that range.
That's cool.
And he just sat there and talked to her the whole time. Ignored me. I'm the one that wanted to meet him. But she'll never forget that. So, and then I got an old CD of his on eBay. Turns out it was signed.
That's
by him
nice.
as well.
Thanks for the support,
Yeah.
person who sold it.
Yes. And I'm not sure it's the same. The signatures are different. This one's legit because I saw him sign it. I'm not so sure about this one unless he changed his signature significantly, which is possible.
You might have to interview him and ask.
Yeah, he hasn't responded to any of my requests yet.
Yet.
So, and then of course we've all seen this one, Storm Force.
Yes.
I've got all their autographs. And then Will Hogue. This is a hard to get EP of his. And to my surprise, when I took it out, it was autographed by him.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that was a pure surprise. And then I bought a collection, and it had a CD of Kate Bush in there.
No kidding.
And it was autographed.
Wow.
So I was really excited about that. I had no idea. And then I'll do a couple more, and then we'll come back to the autographs later.
Sure.
Richard Marx.
Oh, yes.
So he has signed somewhere in here. Yeah. So he has signed.
Nice.
There you go. And then it came with a CD, a Greatest Hits compilation, and I got that signed as well. But then there was one time where Angie and I met Train. And so she put this all together. So they autographed it. We got our picture with it. We had a VIP pass. And
Holy
there's our
cow.
concert ticket to it. So, and this one, we had him autograph this one because this is the album that Ryan worked on.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't necessarily the tour that you were on.
Right. It was definitely not the tour. And it's underlined. There's his name right.
Oh,
I don't know if you
neat.
can see it, but his name's right over here.
So did you end up buying a second copy of that album for listening?
I have it on vinyl.
Okay. Good enough.
Yeah. So
that's
right,
cool.
So we'll go. I'll got more, but on autographs, but we'll stop there and y'all can go through and talk some stuff.
Okay. I'm going to grab something. In the meantime, answer Chris's question there.
Am I watching March Madness? No, I don't give a rat's patootie about basketball.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, I've played it before. I've done the brackets before, but I suck at it because I don't watch college basketball. I watch college football, but not basketball.
Whoa.
I'll say that they're losing.
Okay, so I've got a couple boxes here, and I'm really not sure what's in them. I haven't looked in these boxes in ages. Ah! Actually, no, this isn't a rock collectible, but now I know where my Jabba the Hutt figure has been hiding.
At least it wasn't your porn collection. Yeah.
Right. Right. It was just Jabba. It's okay, folks. It's just Jabba the Hutt. Which is almost, you know what? That's an appropriate time to play this clip because, this is relevant. This is from, about 2 months in on the original show, but this is relevant.
I was reading an article today, Mike. It was talking about like disturbed killers that have basically it was like this. Any infamous people in history who have like kidnapped people, used them sexually, and ate them, 9 out of 10 times they were playing with Star Wars figurines for like a year and a half, taking pictures with them, watching movies with them, taking them out for walks. Yeah, like just wanted to inform you of the knowledge that I had gained this afternoon.
Great, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
So I know I'm going to find lots of paper clippings. Here's one. The 1999, I went to see Amanda Marshall in concert, and I kept the newspaper clipping from the night of, and apparently Austin Powers was in the theaters at that time. I got tons of newspaper clippings, and I found a bag full of cool stuff. Some of my old rock buttons. This one's Kim Mitchell. I have these are just something that somebody made, but American $1 bills with Kiss and Jean-Luc Picard on the bills.
You have an Angus dollar bill too, don't you?
I do, but it's in the AC/DC album in which it came. I consider that part of the CD packaging. Here's some Alice Cooper $1 billion bills from the night that we saw him in Kitchener.
Very nice.
Here's some ticket stubs. Just going to go through this one bag. There's a flyer from the night we went to see Alice Cooper. And here is a ticket stub for Rush at the Molson Amphitheater. June 30th, 97. Kiss at the Sky Dome. The only time I've ever seen Kiss. August 6th, 96. There you go. It's nice to have confirmation of these dates. Deep Purple at the Warehouse. I was also in 96. Yeah, I remember it was cold. November 20, 96. And I just acquired a bootleg of Carnival of Souls by Kiss. Queensryche, amazing show. July 27th, 95. Whoa. Unknown. A Go Transit ticket, probably from when I went to see Ozzy. Oh, look at that. My official Svengali fan club membership card. Here's something from Ticketmaster. Ozzy. Yeah. Hard to read, but that's Ozzy. Oh, wow. Old sticker from a local band. Here comes Jim. Kitchener Rangers at the center in the square. Don't know why I kept that. Actually, no, that's not Kitchener Rangers. That's what was I saying? I could have been Helix, actually. But and one more Alice Cooper. This was with Helix. Yeah, so so these go together. Yeah, that's it. $60. Not bad for those two bands.
Yeah.
All right. Harrison, did you want to go? Oh, wait, there's more. Hang on. Oh, wow. Look at this old Black Sabbath button. I don't know. You can't see that too clearly, but it's got
Wow.
it's got
hammer and
the
sickle?
oh, I had it upside down. It's got like a goat, a devil goat in the middle.
Oh.
I think it's from the Born Again era. And this, oh, that's just I Love Mopar. So that doesn't count. Anyway, that's that back. Did you want to go, Harrison?
Yeah, I can do a couple. My list is mostly just, some rare discs and shit, some bootlegs, because I don't have too much in the way of other merch. I do have one, but it's sort of like in a load-bearing position, so I can't really take it out, which is a jigsaw of the Killers album cover, which is propping up some other boxes at the moment. But I'll just lead off to start with some new acquisitions, a couple of these that I forgot to bring up last week. And then
okay.
So the first is the
nice
No
Michael
Way Home
Giacchino.
soundtrack.
I hear Michael Giacchino is actually going to be directing something for his next project.
Not sure, but if he directs as good as he composes, it'll be a good film.
I agree. He did the Rogue One soundtrack, I believe, right?
Quite possibly.
So. I think he did Rogue One. Yeah,
he's done a lot of things. Yeah, he did like the new Jurassic ones. He's done the Spider-Man ones.
Yeah.
A couple others that I can't recall off the top of my head. He might have been the one that did Incredibles back in the day. Possibly.
Yeah. I know he's got an extensive discography. Rob Daniels could tell us, but I think Jon Snow got rid of him early in the show. Oh, crap. Anyway.
And the other new acquisition for me is one that Max the Axe was very kind enough to send along.
Oh!
Very nice.
Wow. There's not many copies of those floating around anymore.
No, apparently this was his last one that was spare, basically. So,
are you going to be reviewing it?
I do think I will this coming Wednesday. I've had
it's
some
a long
time
album. It's a greatest hits, so it's a long album.
Greatest hits at the time.
Yeah, at the time, right?
Yeah.
But every disc that came after, as far as I know, is a greatest hits in itself, in that it's up to that quality. So
actually, we did. I am happy to report we have not lost Rob, as I thought we might have, and we were all correct about Michael Giacchino. And you got it. Great. Awesome. Thank you, Maxie.
Thanks.
That's awesome. Cool stuff.
And for one of my rare discs, something I found, like the album itself isn't rare, but presumably this edition, which is copyrighted at 1986.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, just a nice vintage Sabbath CD.
Can you open it up and show us the disc?
Yeah. We'll shine it reflective.
See, this is the kind of thing that Tim really is interested in, those kind of older prints. And if you could show us the spine.
It's all lowercase. They haven't invented capitalization yet in 86.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? See, I'm learning. This is all stuff that I got from Tim. This is how you show things off. You go like that, and you go like that.
Yeah.
He was doing it. He was doing it the other day. We were. I can't say who we were recording with, but we were recording something. Tim alluded to this yesterday on Scotch on the Rocks. So I can't say who we were recording with, but Tim was showing off his book, and he did the exact same thing. We showed a face on it, and then he turned it sideways and showed the spine. So I paused and I said, "Tim, I'm really sorry to interrupt, but I just noticed you do this." And he had a good laugh about that. But I like it. I like it. I like seeing things like this,
Well, because like when he was going through this, when y'all were doing the CDs, the prior show that you were on with him,
the Helix one,
just all the stuff he was talking about, that this record label does it this way and that, and I was like, I noticed it, but I never noticed it. It's like I knew what he was talking about, but it never clicked on me that they all did it their own separate little.
Well, I'm definitely stealing that from Tim's shtick. I'm taking it. It's mine now. Anyway. Sorry,
and one last vintage CD. I can't tell what year this is from because I've looked in the entire liner notes all over the packaging. There's no year mentioned other than the exact year it came out. But a vintage Dark of the Moon. This one doesn't actually have track titles on the back.
Wow, I've never seen one like that.
And the picture's upside down for whatever reason.
That's cool. I've never seen one like that. And I used to work and use CDs, so.
And then That's the disc.
And is that Vertigo?
Harvest.
I
believe.
Right. That's the Harvest.
Yeah.
album.
Yeah, on the spine.
Nice. That's cool, Harrison.
Yeah. These are always fun to have a couple of these around, even if they're not like the newest deluxe edition. They're a piece of history.
Some people say they sound better, so there's that too. It's before the loudness wars, so there's some merit to that.
People always go on about how the Black Triangle Japanese maiden CD pressings are like the best sound quality you can get for those albums, and they're snobs about the 1998 remasters and all that.
Hey, you know what? Anything Steve Harris puts his stamp on, I'm happy to accept. So I'm good with anything that Steve has officially done himself. Remasters,
right,
whatever.
I'll throw it back to one of you guys now.
I think it would be John's turn now, right?
All right.
Yeah. I noticed he's got behind you. I can see the Tim's book, or at least one of the pages from it.
That's one of the pages from that he wrapped it in.
Yeah.
Where is the book? I'm going to write the review this weekend.
Oh, nice.
I finally got a chance to sit and just go through it and stuff.
Well, he told me how much he appreciates it. He says every little bit helps. So
yeah, I will definitely do that. All right, my next autographs. As you know, in the 80s, I was a big Aldo Nova fan. And when I was working at the record store in college, we got free tickets every now and again, and I got free tickets to see Aldo Nova. Now, here's the thing. I went to the show, have no recollection of the show, have no idea who opens it. All I remember is meeting the band and getting them to sign this flat. And here's Phil X's signature here.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, in red.
Yeah.
Phil
X.
X.
Aldo, of course, is up here. And then the rest of the band signed it. So I remember walking through and getting everybody's autograph. But I don't remember the show at all. So this has been hanging on my wall since 1991. That's
cool, John.
But it's just it's just a promo flat, so it's not an album or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've got Phil X's autograph on something that not a lot of people really realize that he was associated
that he was a part of. Yeah, he was in the touring band and stuff during that time.
I think he was in the music videos too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that album cover, incidentally, with the guitar kind of like enmeshed in the concrete in the brickwork. Yeah.
I like that. And of course he signed the guitar. So, but yeah. And then John Corabi.
That is Corabi.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I guess let me put this down. And then I don't know if we'll be able to see it. Miles Kennedy.
So neat. And gold pen.
Got his autograph on that one. And then I was at a record show a while back, and they had Kiss. They had Crazy Nights.
Yeah.
And little did I know, it's actually signed by Bruce.
Wow. That's cool.
And it was sealed. It ain't sealed anymore. Because I was buying it as a copy to listen to. All right. Then I have one of my most recent ones is Billy Idol.
Oh, that's nice.
His Roadside EP. He signed that one. So that's this brand new EP, which is phenomenal. And now I know where Tim's book is. Tim's book was underneath.
There you
vinyl. But it is
autographed. Fine. That's autographed
by Mr. Darling. So
you know what? I don't even know if mine got a dedication in the.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
cool.
And then that fell out. Tim's vinyl.
That is a collectible.
And then there's this gentleman from Canada, Billy Rafool is his name. I met him. He was opening for Need to Breathe.
Okay.
And after, I'll put it back up there. He was opening for Need to Breathe, and he was selling. And after the show, he came out and was meeting people and signing stuff. So I said, "Hey, if I buy your album, will you sign it?" He's like, "Absolutely." So I went and bought his little EP, and he signed it. We chatted for a little while. Very nice guy. Plays a wicked guitar. His show was pretty rocking, but his music, he's more acoustic than anything in the music. But I kind of like that. So I think that's all of my autograph stuff that I have out.
Cool.
So,
all right. Well, let's see what else we have in this box. Oh, these are neat. John will appreciate these. Oh, wow. I've got some Marillion magazines from the fan club, but what's really special is my Firehouse magazines. I don't know if you remember these, but this was like the best Kiss fanzine that there was. It really was.
That is, I've never seen those.
So I'll show off each one. These are all basically Reunion era and Psycho Circus. These were such value for the money. They just packed it full of information, interviews.
Well, that is awesome.
Yeah. Like these are definitely highly sought. I know there's one in here where they had a leaked listing, track listing for Psycho Circus, and it was completely false. Completely false. Look at this. I have a letter. I've shown some of this stuff on my site before, so I apologize if you've seen it before, but I have a letter to my mother from Gene Simmons apologizing for Kistery taking so long to arrive. Shit, I just showed off her address. Okay, stalkers, stay away. That's Kistery too, actually, but letter from Gene Simmons to my mom.
He needs to be sending letters out to everybody that bought Destroyer and that has bought the new
everything that's been late.
The new album's been late, from what I understand too.
There's a Blue Rodeo flyer, or even a postcard. You could mail that. It has a place to write an address.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. More Svengali, tons of Svengali, all signed. I was a member of their fan club, as you are now aware. Some indie band stuff here that we don't need to necessarily see, but a lot of correspondence. Oh, this is cool. There was a band that I liked a lot called Russian Blue, and I was a member of their fan club, and I am now friends with this fellow here on Facebook. He actually used to watch, he watched the first few shows back in the day, Michael Willarding. And what else do we have here? I have a ton of Beatles anthology sleeves. If you bought all 3 Beatles anthologies, then the store was going to give you one of these for free, right? Obviously, nobody bought the Beatles anthology, and I don't know what I was going to do with them, but I still have them. These came out, the Beatles anthologies came out in 95 to 96, so that's how old these are. Here is a tour program from An Evening with Blue Rodeo, which I think was this is when we saw them at the Stratford Festival, which was in the round. Fantastic show. And I remember they took an intermission in the middle, and they let a fan come up and play a song out of the audience. Harem Scarum fan club.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I've shown this off before. I wrote a record store tale about it, so you can check that out. But this is a letter that I received from Jason Becker, and there's a guitar pick in here.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, this is cool. Thin Lizzy dog tag. And a whole bag full of buttons. I have shown these off on my website before, so I don't really need to go over them one by one, but there's some neat ones here, like that Helix Power Rock and Roll is from the CD release party. Most of these are vintage. All those Maiden buttons in there are my vintage ones that I had when I was a kid. My sister had David Lee Roth, and she eventually gave me her David Lee Roth button. There's Chris Holmes from Wasp, which was, I believe, my very first rock button that I ever bought. My friend Bob told me to buy it because he said, if you buy that one, you'll be the only guy in Kitchener that has that exact button on your jacket. And he was right. So that appears to be that box. I guess we'll go through some comments, then over to Harrison. Are they printed with real blood? No, that was the original Kiss Marvel comic. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Real
There's
Kiss
a store,
blood.
one of our local record stores posted yesterday or the day before. They have a copy of that comic. 175 bucks.
Look, I just found a home for those Beatles sleeves.
There you go.
Okay, Kevin, you've got some mail coming. Yeah. Cool. Harrison's turn, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
All right.
let's do it.
Just a couple of Maiden-related discs. Nothing hugely rare, but this one's a bit hard to get a hold of these days. I bought this one separately. I don't have Eddie's archive, unfortunately. But, you know, Beast Over Hammersmith, I just wanted one of the best vocal performances Bruce has put to tape, and I wanted it on CD. So I bought it. Nice white spine as well. That's a bit rare.
So are you saying that that's basically somebody broke up their Eddie's archive box set to sell in pieces?
Pretty much.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I got Beast Over Hammersmith. I've been looking for BBC archives, but I haven't been able to find that one for a reasonable price.
Damn.
Yeah.
And Eddie's archive itself is very expensive.
Hmm. Yeah. Even though they did a second run because of so much demand.
Yeah. Even that's very expensive.
Yeah. This one's Maiden adjacent because it's a solo album from Paul Di'Anno, a live album. It's from 2001, and it's basically archive recordings from his tours up until then, his solo tours. So as opposed to some of the more modern live releases he releases, this one's actually pretty good. Yeah. It's all Maiden covers, except for one Skyhook's cover. The jury's still out on whether that's because they put it on there because Maiden covered it, or whether the record exec who put this together didn't know any better and thought it was their song. But it doesn't.
He
matter.
relies so much on his Maiden, like even the name "The Beast." He's co-opted a word from an album that he was not a part of.
Yeah. And he uses the Maiden font these days. Blaze Bayley, on the other hand, has gone and carved out a nice career for himself.
Got to give him credit for that. He hasn't nearly done the Maiden leaning that Paul Di'Anno has.
He even plays Angel and the Gambler. That's dedication.
That is dedication. Somebody named that as one of the worst music videos on one of the Facebook pages I follow. Anyway.
But the music video version is the single edit.
No, just the music video itself.
Oh.
Like the bad CG. The
Much
bad CG
worse.
in particular.
Oh, there's much worse things out there than bad CG in music videos.
I suppose. Okay, over to John.
All right, since you showed the fanzine stuff,
Yeah.
I do have this. It's the Ultimate Kiss fanzine, Phenom. And when I bought this, and I finally got it, this was inside.
Oh, nice. Kiss cards.
Kiss cards. And then 2 picks. So.
Did they come packed like that?
Yep.
That's nice.
Yeah, what do we have? We have a Peter. Sorry, I have to pull out this real quick. Well, one's Peter. The other is, I have no idea. Chromacast. Looks like Mike Pialto, or with the dual guitars.
Yeah.
Different there. Don't know what that is, but yeah, these Kiss cards. I've never collected these Kiss cards. And on the back, it looks like some of them could go together to make a puzzle.
What I would guess, and Rob Daniels will back me up on this, is those are repros of the original 70s Kiss cards when they used to do that, because the Star Wars cards used to have puzzles on the back as well. Obviously you're fortunate that these are repros and they don't have bubblegum stains on them.
No,
but you would have got a stick of gum.
Like 1978.
Yeah.
There's 66 cards, but I only have a couple. Yeah.
I would guess those are repros of the original set, which is very cool. I have Kiss cards as well. They're in storage, but they're from the 96 era.
Yeah, these look older than 96.
Are you serious? Like, are those legitly vintage? You think?
These look old.
Really?
I don't know if
Eh?
you want to.
Yeah. Let's take a closer look. I would have assumed they were repros.
There's that one, but on the front, they're just maybe it could be the packaging they're in. I don't know,
Maybe.
but they seem fairly old.
I used to love buying cards.
I mean, they seem. You can't see
It
the
looks
color.
it looks bent. It looks bent a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, there's a.
There's a
They look
dog ear.
whiter on the screen. They're not that white in person. So they seem like they've aged with a slight yellowing to them.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's cool. I mean, that's a treasure. For
yeah,
sure.
I don't know anything about them. They were in the book. So I love getting little surprises like that.
Now you're gonna have to hunt down a set of Kiss cards.
No, someday. So. And since I
This
have a
one's I'm
book-
jealous of. This is one of the ones I'm jealous of.
This is
Yeah.
Def Leppard's Animal Instinct. It came out with Hysteria. There was a card on the inside.
Yeah.
You could order the book after you
Yeah.
bought the album. And it's fantastic.
John, I
I'm
was
gonna
just
read
talking about that book with Tim the other day, and I said to him, I wish I could go back in time and buy all the things that I didn't buy back then. Because why didn't I?
Well, I bought it.
Why? Why didn't I send away for that?
I sent away for it and bought it, read it. 10 years later, about late 90s, I think I sold it on eBay for like $60. And I only
Decent
paid
profit.
20, 30, whatever it was going for back then. And then I was like, a couple months ago, I guess now, I was just going through eBay, which is my favorite thing to do. And there was a copy there. And it was like 20, $30. And I'm like, okay, I'll buy it back.
So you basically broke even on that.
I did, yeah. So now I have a copy of that, which I'm excited. I'm going to read it again. I haven't done it yet.
Hey, Metal Guru.
And then we'll go. I have a Def Leppard button.
Nice. Did that come with something or?
Yeah, I think that came with. I joined the fan club recently, so I could get tickets early, and that came with that. And then I was at an antique mall and got there was a set of buttons. Now these are just real cheap buttons, but it's the solo album pictures.
Yeah, those are cool.
And then though this one is vintage, original, from way back in the day. It's my Paul Stanley button.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's that. The back is just plain. It's all turned color just because of its age. But this is an original from, would you say 78, 79 maybe?
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Because, in
around
the 80s, it was the smaller square buttons that were the cool thing.
Yeah.
The 70s buttons were the big round ones.
Yep. But no, I remember. What was it?
I think he's implying that he'd rather be dead than watching your Kiss buttons. But
well, if he wants, let's, just because he's really going to go into that, we're going to just go all Kiss right now. All right.
Maybe he was talking about the Def Leppard book.
Oh, the Def Leppard book?
Yeah, maybe that's what he was referring to.
Okay. Well, we'll start giving some more stuff that he's going to hate.
Yeah, I wonder what Def Leppard stuff I have around here.
I have a couple.
I'll dig up some Blaze.
Right.
I have a couple things he's going to really love from Bon Jovi and from Def Leppard and stuff. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Should I go next?
Sure.
Okay, so you guys were showing off guitar picks. We may as well do guitar picks. I believe these were a gift from Max the Axe. And I haven't taken them out of the packaging, but I guess I could.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Those are nice. Thank you, Maxie. Appreciate that. And Maxie also gave me some Twisted Sister picks, which I'll go grab. I don't know where he found this. Maybe he can tell us in the comments. But that's a pretty nice set of Twisted Sister picks. I almost called them pigs. Twisted Sister picks right there. I don't have any Maxiax picks, actually. It's a good question. Ha, 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 ha. I've heard that joke before. And this one was a gift from my sister many, many years ago. Paul Stanley picks. And I kept the original box that it came in.
Why is the box so thick?
Because inside it comes with a leather wallet
Oh.
to store your picks in. And here's a flyer for a limited edition Paul Stanley guitar that you could get. And this is just a little dusty, but this is what the wallet looks like. You know, it's a big deal. It was designed by Paul Stanley. Paul Stanley design. And it has a zipper, but there's no point in zipping it. It's another flyer inside. Paul Stanley's picks. And kind of similar to the way they do collectible cards. They're in a little booklet with little plastic sleeves like this. So there's the Paul Stanley picks. And then he gives you plenty more pages to collect more picks from all your favorite artists. So here's some others. What can you see there? Now, the top three here are the Vince Neil picks that came with my now defunct Vince Neil guitar. The Black Sabbath pick is, that's a Tony Iommi pick, played from, I think it was, I guess it would have to be Reunion Tour in Toronto. A girl that I liked gave me that pick, and the Rick Nielsen pick from when Cheap Trick played Toronto. I think she was dating a guy that did an interview with Black Sabbath, if I remember correctly. I think that's the story. She was dating a guy. And this is a tribute band to Kiss, Destroyer.
Oh, okay.
All my other guitar picks like came with things like albums or box sets. So I tend to keep those with the albums or the box sets. I don't want to separate them because to me that's a unit, you know, that's how it came. Yeah. So I don't want to show off any other guitar picks at the moment. They go with other things to be showed off at other times. And that's my turn. So I guess back to Harrison if you want to go.
All right, I've got a couple of Jimmy Barnes adjacent discs now. This first one is a short-lived supergroup from about 0304.
Right.
Ish
talking about that.
Yeah, I bring this one up a few. Yeah, Steve Morse is there. Bob Daisley, Lee
Don Airy.
Don Airy plays on.
That's like an Ozzy Osbourne / Deep Purple team up, really.
Yeah, it's they do a bunch of Ozzy covers. This was around the time that those guys got had their parts erased, but they deliberately specify in the liner notes like, you know, this was not in response to this, but yeah. This version here has actually got two discs because it's got a live DVD as well. And the bit that bothers me is that bonus track there on the CD where is I don't know live, but I Don't Know is already on the studio album. But you can see there's Give Me Some Lovin' and Good Times on the live DVD that would have made fine bonus tracks because they're not on the studio album.
Right.
But, you know, we can't have nice things.
No.
And this other one is not exactly rare, but it will be eventually, I guess. It's from my home country.
My copy's around here somewhere.
Didn't they just came out with those, right?
Yeah, hang on.
This is 2019.
Well, yeah, okay. It's flown by, but yeah, I thought they were fairly recent.
Yeah.
I remember seeing those.
8782 is the number I have mine. This is the one where they had a horn section there. They had Jimmy Barnes guest on vocals for a couple, and they had some female backing singers. So it's a very unique Deep Purple live album. And it's actually my favorite, partly because of the horns.
I have that in that Deep Purple box set, the 2001 tour, I think it's called. The official bootleg box.
Yeah, you've got that one. That one also has Ronnie James Dio singing Rainbow in the Dark.
And Love Is All. I believe
my favorite version of Rainbow in the Dark.
They did Fever Dreams. I talked about that when we were talking about the top albums from 2000.
All right,
Killer
I'll
version
pass
of
it off
Fever Dreams.
to Jon Snow now.
Yeah, off to the snow, man.
All right. As you know, I'm a big Need to Breathe fan.
I've noticed.
And they have a fan club. And for 8 years, if you join the fan club, you got a CD of unreleased live tracks. Wow. They've stopped doing that, so I'm no longer a member. And out of those 8, I have 5 of them. and there's 3 I'm still looking for. But this is number 2.
Okay.
So I guess I have to do the thing backwards.
Yep.
There's. All right, so that's number 2.
Can you just do one thing for me and show me the back cover one more time? So I just want to point out here, the barcode has been marked, which I guess means that you're not supposed to sell that at retail.
Yes, it was a fan club exclusive.
Right. So that's why that
even
barcode is done.
But the funny thing is, the next one has a barcode. These 2, there's some of them have barcodes, some of them do not. So here's no, that's number 5. Yeah, number 3 right here. And then
Nice.
This one has a barcode as well, but it goes up this way. This is I'm missing number 1. I'm missing number 4. Here's number 5, which is really hard to see.
Cool.
And then here's I don't have number 6, but number 7 they went with the digipack. So it's so this is they're down to 3 members on this one. And then this is the very last one they're going to do on a CD.
Because CDs are out.
Which just boggles the mind why they would no longer.
Well, Marillion did the same thing. They had, a similar thing. They had something called the Front Row Club. And if I remember correctly, they would send you a new live CD every 2 months. And eventually the Front Row Club discontinued the CDs and they went to MP3. And that was when I lost interest.
Yeah, I did too. They went to MP3 this year, and I'm not spending $70 for T-shirt and digital.
Right. And at the time, I had to burn my own CD if I wanted to listen to it portably. So I felt like, why am I doing the work? Why am I printing out the liner notes and all this stuff? Why am I going to all this trouble?
Yeah. So if anybody has volume 1, 4, and 6, let me know.
Cool.
And I'm willing to pay.
And if anybody wants to see a complete Marillion Front Row Club, maybe I should do a Marillion special one day. Get Uncle Meat on. We'll talk some Marillion and I'll show off my collection. In the meantime, what will I grab next? Let's grab some action figures. Okay. So I'm just going to go to this wall and grab these 2. These are first runs. There's Angus McFarlane.
Oh, wow.
He comes with Hell's Bell. He comes with his Gibson. And he comes with a pillar. Well, it's a stand, really. I was never a fan of McFarlane's because they're not, to me, they're statues. They're not action figures. But they do have value. It's a nice figure. There's no question that's a nice likeness of Angus.
Yeah.
Ozzy is cool. Ozzy's a little bit more fanciful, as you can see. Done up more of a fantasy version of Ozzy with the bats and the clothing that he's chosen to wear.
Well, when did he get muscles?
Yeah. But did
they get his tattoos right?
Did they get his tattoos right? I would assume so. When I look up close, it's kind of cool. It looks like he has actual metal bracelets on his wrist there, which is kind of neat. Like I said, these are first runs. They ended up doing second runs, but the first are obviously the most desirable. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Put those guys back. Well, over here, we have Eddie. Somewhere in Time, Eddie. I honestly, of all these figures, this is my favorite. These are NECA. These are not McFarlane's, but they're done in the similar style where they're essentially statues.
Yeah, that's cool.
And he comes with his pistols, comes with alternate hands. Very cool. So that's Somewhere in Time, Eddie. You can't really see because he's behind the paper here, but there's there you can see his victim. You see that?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
We have this one is a McFarlane. Killer's Eddie. So he comes with the wall, basically a wall, but oh no, it's a floor. It's a floor backdrop there with skulls. That's not very album accurate.
Well, we can't see down there. But...
That's true. It could be album accurate, I suppose, right? This one here is a different make altogether. Oh, no, it's Nika. They just changed their packaging style. Power Slave Eddie. I've been pondering opening this one, but I have not yet. To me, these figures, even though they're quite larger, they scale nicely with 6-inch figures because, of course, on stage, Eddie is towering over Bruce Dickinson and the guys. And finally, we have Trooper Eddie. This one is a McFarlane. Very nice. That's what he looks like when he's displayed. Unfortunately, you can see the plastic is really yellowed. And that's kind of unavoidable with sun. You know, when I was living at my parents' house, I actually had my bedroom windows coated with a special like UV coating to prevent yellowing, and it did nothing. I paid a lot of money and it did nothing. Okay, so that's I'm going to stop there for action figures, and we'll continue with action figures on my next turn. Let's go to Harrison.
All right, I've got a Maiden one here. This is the only Japanese import I own. I didn't buy it because it was Japanese. I bought it because it was affordable and in good condition.
Beautiful, yeah.
But from the first 10 years box set, I own the one Purgatory / Made in Japan. And I bought this for Made in Japan, basically, to have it on CD. Because, yeah, this was the third time I bought Made in Japan. And then you get 2 spines because this one is in English, and this side is in Japanese.
So is that the entire 5-song Made in Japan or no?
No, even though it's a Japanese, you don't get the bonus track of Wrathchild.
So you still need a vinyl, or there is a Japanese version with that track on, but that's
that's like the 1995 CD or something. I do have the vinyl, but you know, an Australian one.
Oh, interesting.
I guess I'll go with another one then. This is not made, and this is I know what this is from. It's
there's
original.
This is the one we always see in the background.
It's not in the background now because an annoying track listing. You know, the Ozzy ones.
I hate the circular. I hate reading in a circle. I don't read in circles.
Yeah. And this spine is the most special of the bunch.
Right. Yeah. I pulled the battery out of mine.
This battery's been going since May last year. The same set of batteries, so get a good life out of that one.
That's cool.
And I'll see what John has now.
Let's see. I have a thing I keep in this little package here from Hardee's. It's all my ticket stubs.
We don't have Hardee's here.
Yeah, this is
Hardee's.
I don't even know why I had this, but yeah, that's where they ended up. But here's my very first concert ever. It was Rick Springfield.
What's the year? 83.
1983.
You still have it?
Yep.
My God, that's awesome.
Now that was my first. My second was much better because it was Kiss.
And that one is 83, December. Boxing Day.
Yeah, my brother got it for me for my birthday, which was the day before, and we went to the show the next day.
So you and Eric, you and Uncle Meat both saw Kiss with Vinnie Vincent on your first times.
Yep. And then here are all my other Kiss. These are all the Kiss ones that actually have printable, that actually had tickets.
Wow.
So I still have all of those. This is for Kevin. Here are my Bon Jovi tickets.
Okay, so let's take a really close look and linger on the Bon Jovis for Kevin.
Yeah,
we have. Cinderella. That was a killer tour. That was Slippery When Wet.
Yeah, and I have something from that. Let's pause right there.
Oh, 1987. Kevin. That's one of the few years you might have got a good vocal performance out of him.
Yeah, you'd get a good vocal performance into the 90s.
Well,
that was when Tico Torres was rocking that pompadour.
Vintage.
Look at that.
Slippery When Wet.
That's cool.
and my daughter wore it the other day. I let her wear it once. But I have to say, it does not fit me anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm tempted to sell it because I can get a lot.
You can get a lot for that. I know. Yeah. I know. My vintage Priest shirt that I had back in the early 80s, I've seen that go for like $100.
Wow. I think I can get 150 for it.
Yeah. I think so. I
like those long sleeve designs where the sleeves are a different color from the rest of the shirt.
They were actually quarter sleeves.
They were quarter, yeah. Now they would be short sleeve, but yes, they were quarter sleeve.
Yeah, my Priest one, it had something on the shoulder too, because I always wanted one that had graphic on the shoulder, and I think my Priest one had like an image of the main three guys on the shoulder.
Mm. Glenn Tipton wears a really cool Demolition shirt live in London. It's I think it's black with red sleeves with like the word Demolition going down the sleeve in silver.
That is cool.
And Max's question, there is a market for ticket stubs. This one right here, Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses.
Oh, wow.
I had someone offer me $50 for it.
For a stub.
For the stub.
3/4 sleeve. My bad. Yeah, they called them 3/4 sleeves.
3/4 sleeves. But yeah, they saw my concert post and with all my stubs, and they wanted that stub.
Wow.
And I was like, nope, can't have it.
I've had people offer to buy my stuff before, but never a ticket stub.
And then I've got all my Def Leppards, or a bunch of my Def Leppards.
Great.
I saw this is all for this is the Hysteria tour. I saw it 3 times.
You're kidding.
So 87, twice in 87, and then we drove up to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and caught it there. And then the second time in Atlanta, I won it on the radio station. I won a ticket, or won 2 tickets.
Wow!
And they were like, "Who are you going to take?" And I was like, "Well, my sister." And they were like, "Your sister?" It was like, she took me to my first Def Leppard concert. I was taking her back
John,
to
me and my sister went to some of the best concerts.
Yeah. So,
in fact, of course, I want to have her on because she has the ultimate rock and roll collectible, which is she has Weird Al's underwear from when we saw him on the Greatest Hits tour. So one day we're going to have her on to show that off.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's the Motley, Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses opened for Motley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rush, 96. Poison. Striper.
Nice.
Night Ranger in the outfield. Cool. And then these are just all my other ones that I,
just random shows.
Just random stuff that I've been to. And for the Def Leppard one, since we showed the Bon Jovi one, this is a Def Leppard one. But I think this was made. So it's the Union Jack, the muscle shirt, which why I have a muscle shirt, we have no idea. And then the Def Leppard, and then it's just the Union Jack. So
for the record, I threw Meat's underwear in the garbage. Well. I do not have Meat's underwear anymore. I threw it in the garbage. He left it in my car after Sausage Fest one year. I realized how bad that sounds, but I do not have Meat's underwear. I disposed of them immediately. I literally picked up the bag. It was like in a garbage bag, and I literally picked up the bag with a stick and threw it in the garbage. Oh, that's cool. I'll tell you something, Rob. I'll tell you something. Jen's dad won tickets to go see James Brown. Jen's dad had incredible luck. He won tickets to go see James Brown. James Brown dropped dead about 3 days later. Well, that's cool. Thanks, John. We are at the 1 hour mark, so why don't we take a break? We'll come back. I'll show off some more action figures. Do you guys have any requests for the song we play for the 1 hour break? How about some Maxiac since he's watching?
Sure.
Okay, so this is God's on the Radio.
Fuck off! God's on the radio. You got Buddha on the audio. Scott Bale on the telephone. Dan Rather at Presidio and putting all the knowledge in the same game.
Don't you know we gotta? Okay, so there's a few figures I'm not going to show off because the figures over here are kind of precarious, and I've already knocked a whole bunch over, and I've lost Papa Emeritus's microphone just now. So we're not gonna dig too heavy over here. I will show you my Johnny Cash figure.
Oh, wow.
That's a beauty. I will show you my original Kiss Psycho Circus figures. I did not like these, with the fanciful guitar weapons and things like that. This is a first run that came with the Kiss sign. The reissues came with little records, little black plastic records. So there's Paul. Here's Ace. His guitar turned into like a rocket surfboard. He could shoot rockets out of his legs. Again, I didn't like the concept.
Why are his shins so thick?
Yeah.
Those are rockets.
Ah.
Again, did not like the concept. Peter's drum kit and implements could turn into spears and weapons and shields and whatever. I think the one drum there is like some kind of rocket launcher. And Gene is the one that I hate the most because the neck of his bass is bent. What kind of
Oh my God.
Like it's an axe, right? Like it's a weapon. But why would you? Now it can't even be a bass. That's so
Oh my gosh.
stupid.
I never noticed that. Yeah.
So stupid. I hate that so much. I'm not a fan of McFarlane's, but let's face it. In the 90s, you didn't have selection, In the 90s, it was McFarlane, that style of figure, that dominated. I have more. Oops. I forgot this Eddie. This is the first album, Eddie. And this is probably a Nika. Yeah, that's a Nika. Strange that McFarlane and Nika both had the rights at various times to make Eddies, too. I'll show you my Kiss cars. It's really too bad that the plastic on this one is yellowed so bad. But there's my Kiss. These are all reunion era cars from when they just went marketing nuts.
Yeah.
So Sterling Marlin, I don't really know the drivers. My uncle was the NASCAR fan. See how nice the car is painted. Comes with a collectible card. And let's see here. I have a full set of black Kiss cars. So these are the black ones. And then they also did probably more limited rare run. Actually, this looks identical. What's different? I thought it was purple, but... Well, it's a different Gene Simmons car. I can see that one of them has like a white fin on the back, and the other Gene Simmons car does not have a white fin on the back, but I don't know. New stock car bodies, this one says. New stock car bodies. So, I don't know. I'm not a car guy. These were gifts. Granted, they were gifts I was happy to have because, hey, it's Kiss. But what the fuck do I know about NASCAR? Nothing. Nothing at all. I also have one more Kiss thing I'll show off while I'm doing this. Well, 3 more Kiss things, but here's the best one. This is my Destroyer gold CD. I can't remember what I paid for it. It's on my website. The story of how I... Oh, boy. Let's just go read the story. And there's the certificate of authenticity on the back. That's nice. It's just a nice wall hanging. And the other 2 things... you remember these dumb things, Mini Mates?
Yes.
I never liked them. That's why I only have 2. They also made Ozzy. I'm not sure what other artists they did, but I remember there being an Ozzy, maybe an Alice Cooper, maybe an Eddie, but I never liked them. They're just, they weren't Legos, but they kind of look squarish like Legos, but they're too big to be Legos. So they weren't really compatible with anything, and I thought they looked dumb. So only 2. And that's it for this turn. Over to you, Harrison.
All right. Bootleg time.
Ooh.
The first one is one of the 3 copies of Made in Japan that I own. Although it's Made in Japan in name, but it's actually a soundboard recording from the show after, from the night after. And then they've tacked on, I've got the fire from Live at the Marquee for whatever reason.
Cool.
But it's, they put a bit of effort into it. At least you get a nice picture disc.
That is nice.
It's, all the pictures, actual pictures, are just, blown up versions of what was on the original Made in Japan. But yeah, it's a good, solid soundboard recording from that era. One of the best from that era in terms of bootlegs. I paid a heck ton for it, so it better be good. This latest one you saw at Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
The Blaze Bayley one, or the 1995 one. And this last one is a new one of the new acquisitions I got today. I saw it on eBay for $12 just to buy it and ship it in. I thought, why the hell not? Because it's Cross Purposes Live, and even though we did get that announcement of a reissue coming, I saw this. It was cheap. I thought, that reissue is not going to come for a while. Why the hell not? If it's crap, it's crap, and I buy the new one when it comes out. We'll buy the new one anyway, even if it isn't crap. But this is actually astonishingly good quality in terms of picture and sound quality. And the surprising thing is it's a 2003 DVD, so somebody really put some effort into getting a good quality scan. It would completely exceeded my expectations. It's not all the songs from here, but it's all the ones you'd want, except maybe The Wizard. I've got a download of the full thing scanned, but I thought, might as well get a physical edition. You also get, for some reason, the music video for Feels Good to Me. So, yeah, I get that, the funny spinning guitar solo. The picture disc too. So, surprisingly well put together for a 2003 bootleg DVD. Apparently, there's also even 5.1 surround sound on here, but I have no way to test that.
Max says you're astonishing.
Thank you, Max. You are too.
That's cool. Okay, John, what do you got?
Okay. We're going to go back in a box that I had for some reason. There were all these pictures from just way back.
Oh, yes. Wow.
So Super Teen Special. I mean, talks about Casey and the Sunshine Band and stuff like that. And on the flip side is that shot. And we've got Gene. And then another cover of some magazine. So does this have the year? It's November. It doesn't say the year. But yeah, I don't know why I have these. My brother used to hang all this stuff up on his walls. What's it say?
I don't know if you can read that, but Chris Sarr says that Max the Axe has a crush on Harrison.
Oh. So yeah, so these are just all Kiss pictures that I think were up on the wall at one time. And this is an ad for Alive 2.
That's neat. Alive 2 is coming. Look at that. That is so cool.
And then Ace, the band. And then let's see what else. There's this one. And on the flip side is the Babies.
Oh yeah, John Waite.
And then I have a Kiss magazine from Rock Candy, that cover. So that's something
had
new.
That one at one point.
Oh, here it is. And here is a bag from Kiss End of the Road tour with confetti in it from when they blew the confetti.
Oh, neat.
So I was wondering where that was. I was looking for that, and I guess it was in all the tour books. So we can go through all the tour book, or at least the Kiss tour books for now.
Yeah, I'm going to do tour books on my next turn.
All right. So here is
Oh,
Mark St. John, or over here, Mark St. John. He was not playing guitar at that show. It was Bruce Kulick.
yeah.
And this is actually mine from that show. And then this one is mine as well from Asylum.
That's cool.
So
I like that one.
yeah. And this one is mine. This is the End of the Road tour.
Nice.
That one I have not put on my site yet. I'm waiting until the day of the very last show. And then
Who knows?
I'm going to put that on. And then these I have purchased since. So these two go together.
Yeah.
So live. And then I have the World Domination Tour.
Nice.
And then this massive 40th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
The
beauty.
thing is just,
Tour books are so nice.
it is just ridiculous.
But
Nobody
such a
else.
pain if you buy them before the show.
Yeah.
That's cool. Look at that.
And those are the Kiss ones. So
Okay.
we can stop there and then you do some, and then I've got a bunch more and
Okay.
a couple that Kevin is just going to love.
Oh.
So we're going to
I
go through
hope, I
page
hope,
by
I hope.
page of those.
Okay. Let me grab some stuff.
And Chris Sarr, those. It depends on the cost. Depends on the year, how much they were, how many are available. But on average, the more current ones you can get $30, $40. You're going to look in the 50s to 100 for anything from the 80s, and then certain shows I would say like Revenge Era. That's a hard one to get. You're going to probably pay a couple $100. For anything in the 70s, early 80s and 70s, it's going to be over $100 to $200 probably for the tour books. I of course paid nowhere near that for all of these. But there's one I want from like 1977, like one of the first tour books they ever did. It's several $100s if you can find one.
Hello, hello.
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 I have no audio.
You can't hear us?
I have no audio.
So, well, do we want to? I can continue. I'm sure everybody.
might as
There we
well.
go. I can
Okay.
hear you
Got it?
now.
Okay.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we
Yep.
can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now.
I might have to do away with the headphones. Sorry about that. Okay, tour programs. Here's one that I think John has. And what I like about it is this.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
John, do the face. Do the face.
Oh, do the face. All right, sorry.
Just for Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin, hi. Hi, Kevin. All
I'll
right.
have to show that one now.
You had these two?
I have those too. Yep. Yours look to be in better shape than mine.
Possibly. They've been sitting around doing nothing for a lot of years.
Hmm.
Quiet Riot.
Quiet
Official-
Riot,
What the hell just
wow.
fell out of there? Quiet Riot official biography by Steve Gett.
Oh, okay.
I think you had this one.
I have that one.
$30 is what I paid back in the 90s. Just a magazine. I'm not going to bother showing off my magazine collection. That just happened to be stuck there. There's a nice one.
Oh.
I didn't see this show, but somebody gave me the tour book. And still the current lineup of the band. This is a beauty. This is vintage.
Oh.
the Ross Halfin Iron Maiden photography book from the Somewhere in Time tour. And there, oh look, I just happened to turn to the page. Harrison, there's the half beard. Bruce Dickinson was going a bit nutty on this tour. He was going, by his own admission, he was going a bit stir crazy, and did that.
Oh, wow.
But this has so many images in it that I just love. It's my favorite era for Iron Maiden, you know, that whole Blade Runner aesthetic. That's Iron Maiden with the band Bad News.
That reminds me, the Beast Over Hammersmith liner notes meant to replicate the original tour program.
Oh yes, that's true. Yes.
See if it's stuff like pictures.
Yeah. This is another treasure from back in the day. This book has been heavily criticized for being inaccurate, which is, you know, it's not untrue, but in the 80s, we did the best with what we could. What's cool about this book is that it has a really good listing of bootlegs.
Oh,
John has some in this book.
Yeah, copy those for me.
And
I want those pages so I know what to get.
This is the piece de resistance. This is pretty much it for my collection. So this is the piece de resistance. Crap, and I'm making.
Is that the Paul Stanley?
Yeah, I'm making such a mess here. This is going to be fun to clean up. Oh crap. Okay, so here is this is the cast listing for the day of the show. Let's see that. And here is the program from Pantages Theater from the day of the show. Oh, look, I got another one of those. Probably my sister gave her copy to me. But then we have the actual program. For those who have not seen what Paul looked like in the role, I'll find a good picture in here. There were lots of phantoms. I believe this one, yeah, there we go. There's Paul. There were lots of phantoms. Paul was merely the last, I believe. But that was him in the Phantom guys. And the story goes that a buddy of mine at the record store named Donnie went to go see Phantom of the Opera with his girlfriend. And he was walking down the street. And who should he run into in the middle of the street but Paul Stanley? Oh. So I have Paul Stanley's autograph from the Phantom of the Opera, not the show that I saw, but who's complaining? Yeah. That's legit. Donnie got it off him on the street and then gave it to me.
Very nice.
So that's pretty much my piece de resistance. I'm pretty much out at this point. But over to Harrison.
All right, this is basically the last sort of stuff I have to show off. This isn't really official. Chris Sarr was asking a question earlier of where the Lego is, and so I have some of the Eddies and other related Maiden things that I have made out of the parts I have. So I've showed off Trooper Ed before on the show.
That's cool.
Yeah. I made Power Slave Ed because he's easy.
That's cool.
Not an Eddie, but just as relevant.
The Devil.
His tail and some wings.
That would work for a good Dio or Black Sabbath album cover as well.
Mm. And lastly, this one's a work in progress because the hair piece is currently in the mail to me as we speak. But I've working on a Killers head. That's
I see. There's the hatchet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually Emperor Palpatine's head, but it's it works. It's got like the brow ridges, and it's the right
when
color.
He's got hair on it, it'll look different, right?
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
I really don't know what to say about that question.
Well, I don't really drink orange juice. There are other condiments, shall I say, that let's just say require a second go.
You know, I got a bushy mustache too here. Don't forget about me. I get stuff in my beard too, and I'm sure John has had that issue as well. So, you know, it's not just the Harrison show here. That's cool, Harrison. You also have made in the past an Andy Curran.
Yes.
A Paul Lane.
Yes.
A Mike Fraser.
Yes.
A Bruce Dickinson.
Yes.
A Chris Slade.
Rob Halford.
Rob Halford, Adrian Smith, and Nigel Tufnell.
Nigel Tufnell, yes.
Yeah.
But we see that all the time.
We see, it's worth mentioning. It's worth mentioning. Very cool. Thank you, Harrison. All right, John, what do you got?
All right.
I guess you're taking us out at this point because I got nothing left.
Okay. Well, these are the rest of my tour books. We have Rush.
Oh, nice.
Test for Echo. Is that right?
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
Do you know what that is called on the front cover of that?
What is it called?
Yeah, the stone statue. Do you know what the word is?
Don't quiz me.
Okay, well, that is called an Inukshuk, and you will be reading more about that. You will see that word again on April 1st. Is all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Oh,
we have 1994's counterparts.
Yes.
And Chris Sarr, these are only $12. So Rush is cheap compared to Kiss. All right. What do we have this one? Yeah, Power Windows. Sorry.
Nice.
Power Windows, and then the last Rush one is Roll the Bones. I'm trying to see if I can see the year, but Roll the Bones. So, and I've done all these on the site if you want to see every page. I've also have Def Leppard's X.
To clarify, that's a tour program, not vinyl.
Yeah, they're tour programs. Sorry.
Show X again.
2000.
Kevin, look, it's the album named after you, X.
His picture's in here somewhere. And then the 7-day weekend tour for Def Leppard.
That's cool.
92, 93.
Look at this. I've got Kevin's, just do a freeze frame here, maybe a screenshot of Kevin saying that with Def Leppard on the screen. Perfect. We've got him framed.
That's the thumbnail for the video.
Yeah, that's the thumbnail for the video.
Did you go to the concerts or buy them? Yeah, I bought them.
Kevin is not Malcolm X, but we did a show a few weeks ago where he was our mystery guest that we called X.
Oh, that's right. Then we have Bon Jovi.
Oh, see, to me, that's peak Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
88, 89.
So, and it was still the John Bon Jovi show. Most of the pictures in here are John. So, I mean, at least he's going to be on them. And then from 2011, I was at a store. This was $15. And this was just sitting at the record store. So I bought it.
Is that Greatest Hits Tour?
It just says Tour 2011. So I'm not sure which.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I mean, that's the cover from the Greatest Hits album and DVD.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Then I have some cool stuff. A couple cool ones. Alice Cooper. Welcome to my Nightmare.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
this
1975.
Again, one of my local record stores, he had a ton. So I bought it, $12. So I was like, how can I not buy Alice Cooper for $12? And then this one was a little bit more because it's a little bit bigger. But there's this one.
Wow.
So, and it's funny, I didn't have the intention of collecting tour books. I was doing it for Kiss. But I started just going to the record stores and they'd have them. And so I'm like, oh, I like them. And so and now I have like 20 or so. And so I guess now I collect tour books as well.
If you find them for a good price, you may as well.
Yeah, there's a few I'll end up. I'm probably going to pay a little bit just to get a certain ones, just so I can kind of complete the set. But I'm going to try and get all the ones I can afford first, and then figure out what to do from that. Did you? Yes, my wife does. Because I'll get it home and I'll go, look what I got. And I'll start showing her the pictures, and she finds it a good way to take a nap. So, put her to sleep.
That's funny.
But yeah, I can stop there. I mean, I have other stuff. I have more concert shirts. Oh, I do have one thing that I think is cool. It's not a shirt though. It was when we met Train. It's this. They have these posters,
Oh, that's cool.
and so it's got Need to Breathe, and they were each individually made for the city. So this one is exclusive to Chastain Park in Atlanta.
Neat.
So any of the
Oh,
other
yeah,
ones on that tour were different.
Yeah,
So-
tour posters are always fun, especially the Maiden ones. I remember there's one with for Australia where Eddie's riding a shark like a surfboard.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what? I got one more thing to show you since we were talking about Alice Cooper. I'll show you this. I got it from Aaron, and I'm not even 100% sure what exactly it is. One moment. Oh, come on. Where'd it go? I had it here. For cripes. There it is. Okay. 1974 press book for the unreleased Alice Cooper movie. Dale Sherman knows all about this.
Whoa.
But I'll show you the pages. Again, this came from Aaron, of course. Has Alice gone too far? It looks like this is something that you could like photocopy and make like flyers of.
By movie, do you mean like actual feature film or just concert film?
It's probably both. Sometimes concert films were feature films. But it says movie debut. So who knows? I don't really remember what Dale told me about this. I've had it for a few years, and we had that conversation a while ago. It looks like it was probably some kind of musical movie.
Like Kiss Meets Phantom of the Park.
Hopefully better than that, but it never got released. Film review, Alice's decadent show rocks onto the screen. Latest and perhaps the best in the recent series of rock movies brought in by the Roosevelt Theater on Miami Beach. The Cooper show is spliced with clips from old movies, bits of Betty Boop cartoons, Flash Gordon episodes, and Shirley Temple. So that kind of gives you an idea. Would have been a concert film with random amusing footage. Review goes on. An Alice Cooper bio. The preacher's son who became Alice Cooper. So this would have been, I guess, a kit that they would send out to the press. This bio goes on for several pages. So they would have sent this out to the press, I guess, and that's some clippings there.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that is the Alice Cooper 1974 press book from the unreleased movie. And as you guys are probably aware, 1974 was the very last year of the original Alice Cooper band. So, you know, this would have been around the time that he was trying to get into movies, trying to carve out a solo career for himself and leaving the band behind, really. I love the font. Check out that cool font. That's neat. Yeah, so anyway, that's about all I really have. Oh, look at that. Well, you guys know what you're... Yeah, thanks, buddy. Of course I have a copy of Easy Action. Oh, we have a request here. We want to see the Bon Jovi shirt again.
Oh, okay.
There it is. So we'll do a close-up on that. This is for you, Kevin. Here, we'll just do that. Thank you so much, Kevin. Hey, I did say I was going to be ripping the room apart live tonight, and that's exactly what I did. I have to find Papa Emeritus's microphone. It's somewhere down there. It toppled from up there and is now down here somewhere. So I need to find Papa's microphone. That's my next goal. Well, boys, thank you so much. We could do a part 2, but I will have to go into storage and pull out some things. You know what? Maybe we could do a part 2 when I'm at the cottage this summer, because I know I have some things up there. So maybe we'll aim for a part 2 around then.
I got nothing left for a part 2. You'd have to find someone else, I'm afraid.
I have a lot of posters, but posters are very difficult.
Yeah.
To do.
Well, it's something we can talk about anyway. I know I have more stuff up there, like Kiss Monopoly, that kind of thing.
You have the Kiss Monopoly?
Yeah, I do.
Damn it, I want
one. Well, then look at that, and maybe So maybe what we'll do is instead of Harrison, maybe we'll have Max the Axe on, and they're not dolls; they're action figures.
Some are reaction figures.
Some are reaction figures, such as the avalanche of Eddies that happened earlier off camera. And yeah, I said I was going to tear the room apart live. So that's what happened. And I think I've pretty much shown you everything of interest. Like I have magazines, but
yeah, I don't.
That's almost a whole other show into itself. I could spend probably a whole other show doing magazines. No comment. They're not dolls, they're action figures. Hey, Rob, maybe you can do one next time too.
Yeah.
That sounds good. All right. Well, so why don't you guys tell us what you got going on this week or in the coming week on your sites, and then we'll go out on a song. Well, Harrison, you go first.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing of interest beyond the regularly scheduled stuff. Although you and I have something planned for your site soon.
Right. We're going to be doing chapter 2. Chapter 2.
Oh, awesome.
We can say it. We're doing chapter 2 of The Adventures of T-Bone, and we'll see where the story takes us this time. Harrison's been writing diligently and also working in visuals for chapter 2 of The Adventures of T-Bone. So we'll be posting that maybe next week, and then we'll see who wants to take over the torch and write chapter 3. Maybe it'll be me. Maybe it'll be John. Maybe it'll be Deke or Harris or Kevin. Who knows? Anyways, John, what do you have coming up?
Tomorrow is, Monday we did the You Picked It review for Slaughter. So tomorrow is the next 5 choices to select for April's review.
Okay.
And then
Sunday, Blaze into there.
Yeah, there's no place. Sunday is the start of the next 10 songs in the My Sunday Song series, and they're coming from Judas Priest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we got that.
So the entirety of Jugulator, then?
Yes, absolutely. There might.
Yeah. That's exactly what would fit for a My Sunday Song. Would be Abductors from the Jugulator album.
Then we've got more of Jeff Scott Soto, Aerosmith, Cheap Trick. And the sad news is, I
can't believe that you did all of Pandora's Box in one massive.
I had to. I have to admit something on the Aerosmith. I'm over them. I'm ready to be done.
You got a long way to go.
I only have 2 more albums to write.
Okay.
And then I'm done.
Okay.
So I'm actually looking forward for the Aerosmith to be over. Not that I didn't enjoy. I only like their. I've realized that I only like their 70s stuff up through Done with Mirrors, and after that, I'm like I'm so burnt on all that stuff.
Plus, there's an overabundance of live material after 9 Lives.
Yeah, and I didn't do all the live albums. I just did what's in my collection. So, but yeah, I'll be ready for Aerosmith to be done. It won't be done until May for the readers, but I'll be done in 2 weeks, and
nice.
And I'll be ready to take a break. I'm only going to do 2, keep the 2 going for a while. 3 is very hard.
I believe you.
And
I haven't even started really on my Priest yet, the box set.
Yeah.
And I've paused on writing my Def Leppards. I've got like maybe 6 in the can, but I was finding myself having too much Def Leppard and not enough actual content to post for the rest of the week. I'm like, crap, I can't post any of this stuff right now. It's all for the weeks ahead. So I had to put back on my Leppard writing.
Well, that's why I'm like doing, there's a Cheap Trick one, then you're going to get something. Then there's an Aerosmith one. then Jeff Scott Soto. I'm trying to spread them out so you're
Yeah.
not just inundated with. But Def Leppard. Let's talk Def Leppard.
Oh yeah, oh sure, why not? We'll go out talking about Diamond Star Halos. And
Yeah,
Kick.
that song is yeah.
I don't know.
It's just kind of boring.
Yeah. I know Lana doesn't necessarily agree with me on the 2015 self-titled album, but I quite liked it.
I liked the 2015.
It pushed the boundaries in a couple of songs in a good way, and I don't hear any boundary pushing on Kick. I'm just hearing the same reach back.
Same. It is interesting that there's a couple tracks going to be with Alison Krauss.
Interesting. I hope that doesn't necessarily mean we're getting another country.
I know.
But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. But now I have to buy the Japanese editions. Thank you.
So I've heard. Yeah.
And there's two of them. Two different ones.
Yeah. Mitch LaFon just posted that info.
Yeah, with two different bonus tracks.
And the domestic might even have different bonus tracks from that, right?
Yeah.
So basically, as far as I know, dear God, we might be buying 4 copies of Diamond Star Halos to get all the songs. At least 3, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. Because I'm also going to buy a cassette and I'm going to buy a vinyl. So, I mean...
You guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Well, man, when you've got all the Def Leppards, you can't stop.
True.
Yeah.
You can't stop.
It's the sunk cost fallacy.
Now, what I hope is that we don't get a stinker of an album and we feel like we've thrown our money away like I did when I bought the Japanese version of X. But we'll see. I didn't feel like I threw my money away when I bought the Japanese version of 2015 Def Leppard. And I didn't feel like I threw my money away when I bought the Japanese version of Sparkle Lounge.
No, I felt like I threw my money away just buying Sparkle Lounge. But
I
you and I differ on. Because I like X and you don't. And you like Sparkle Lounge and I hate it.
I'm also not a fan of Euphoria, but I guess we'll get there pretty soon.
Yeah, I actually like Euphoria. Euphoria is one I hated at first, and I love it now. And I don't know why I did not like it at first. And
I always thought, I disagree with this. I think it sounds more like a Bowie thing to me, but
yeah, it's more of a glam thing. It seems like because the name is from a T-Rex album or something.
That makes sense.
Or a T-Rex song, I forget.
I'm sure I've heard the phrase before. It's not unfamiliar to me. And Brian is 100% right. I got the Darkness Motor Heart coming, and it broke the bank. It was $80.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be buying I want the 2 Japanese because the CDs themselves are cheap.
I'm getting them, John.
They're $20 each, so they're not that bad. But I haven't checked the shipping.
I'm telling you right now, I'm getting them.
Yeah.
In fact, I know I'm just waiting to check my Facebook. Mitch LaFon, I asked him if he had an order link, so we'll see. I know he responded to my message, so I guess we'll see what he says.
He put a link on the Facebook to CD Japan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then there you go. Well,
yeah,
boys,
I haven't checked to see shipping.
No, I'm not. Let's not even talk. These are conversations that we need to have privately with our inner selves.
Yes. Yes.
Well, boys, thank you so much for participating tonight. Next week, we are doing the 2-year anniversary of the LeBrain Train. The actual 2-year anniversary is actually this Sunday. So we're actually closer to the 2-year anniversary right now, but we're going to celebrate it on Friday. And Harrison, I think you're coming?
Yeah, I can be there.
Rob Daniels will be there. John?
I can maybe poke my head in.
Okay. I'm waiting up for confirmations from Deke. I know T-Bone will be there. And I'm waiting for a confirmation from Kevin. So we could have those fine folks with us next week. And in the spirit of having no preparedness at all, I don't know what the hell we're going to do. But we're going to have fun doing it. That's the main thing. I do know
one thing.
Well, we do know one thing, but we can't talk about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I hope to see you guys next week, even if it's just for a drop-in. All right. Well, what do you say we go out in a song?
Sounds good.
Another Max the Axe, because Max the Axe is watching and you love it when he watches.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to hear?
Well, you played the one I like. I really like God.
Yeah.
Randy?
I got Randy live at the Boathouse. Okay. Well, thank you, boys. I will see hopefully both of you next week with some other fine folks. This is Randy by Max the Axe live at the Boathouse. See you next week for the 2nd anniversary show.
Ciao.
Stay
Now, I believe, and I just realized this now on stage, that might be the only song Max has ever written that doesn't have a guitar solo.
I was reading an article today, Mike. It was talking about like disturbed killers that have basically it was like this. Any infamous people in history who have like kidnapped people, used them sexually, and ate them. 9 out of 10 times they were playing with Star Wars figurines for like a year and a half, taking pictures with them, watching movies with them. Taking them out for walks. Yeah, like, just wanted to inform you of the knowledge that I had gained this afternoon.
Great, thanks, man. Appreciate that.